Welcome to Make It. I'm Brooke.
And I'm Paul.
And each week we bring in inspiring guests and give you pro tips to make you a better designer.
And what we have today is we have our top 5 for typography, touching up photos, adding overall looks to them, as well as working just non-destructively.
Things you should just be doing. So
Definitely.
Let's get started.
Yeah, let's kick it off. All right, so here we are in wonderful Photoshop. Brooke, if you want to dive in.
Well, I am here to impress you today with a little bit of font action.
Ooh.
Now, fonts are something that everyone struggles with, right? Like, how do you pick the best font? Well, let me tell you, this is one of my favorite things in Photoshop. I'm looking for a font. I know I want something that's maybe script.
So you just type that right in there?
Just type that right in there if I can actually spell.
That's the one thing. Hey,
You know,
we're designers.
we're
I get it.
yeah.
We're not writers.
I'm not here to spell in front of everyone. So you can see I've got all the script fonts that I've got. And now what I really want to do is I've still got Helvetica selected, but I want to find something that's maybe a little bit similar to Helvetica. So all I have to do is click that show similar fonts and boom, all the fonts are there.
And what's
Check it out.
Yeah, fonts from Typekit.
Fonts from Typekit. And those are things that I can download for free.
I noticed how you rolled over some of them and they started to change.
Isn't that pretty
too.
cool? Yep.
Yeah, kind of like
so now what I actually want to do is let's look for my favorites. Well, one of my favorites is Lust Script Display or regular. Let's go with regular today. Now I'm going to show you one more pro tip with fonts, right? So if there's any glyphs, all I have to do is just roll over it and check it out.
Oh,
I can see all the
alternate?
glyphs that go with it, some of the alternates. Let's get something really swashy going on here. Let's make it a little fancy.
Flurries. This is making it look pretty.
Let's go out the other way there.
That's cool.
Check it out. It's pretty
Yeah.
awesome. And in just a few minutes, I've sort of customized that font. And I've got something that's way more interesting than Helvetica.
Yeah. And you didn't pick curls as well.
I did not
appreciate
pick
you doing
curls.
That is awesome, and I don't think many people know that, there are alternates to glyphs out
Right,
there,
and it's super
so.
easy to find them.
Well, awesome. I'm going to kind of take that as well. So kind of work on an image around that as well. So here's obviously that same text. Okay, so I'm thinking
that
of
A is covering that guy's face.
It's like, come on,
This
that
is not
gorgeous
gonna work.
beard. Come on now. I want to actually put that text behind him, but in front of the background.
Now, typically what you would do is you would put a mask on the text and you would try to get it as perfect as possible. That takes a while, though.
It does. Selecting, it can be a pain in the butt. Okay, so focus area, that's what I want to do. Again, just select the element that's in focus.
Cool.
Again, no hands mode, I'm not touching anything, bam.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Dun, dun,
We've got a little
right?
got a little sky showing through there.
Yeah, so I can always adjust it. The slider, I can select, deselect. You kind of get that. Of course, it's not going to be perfect every time. And it will output to a new layer with a layer mask, like you said.
Cool.
That selecting is kind of a pain. It did it for me. Let's go into select and mask really fast with the refine edge.
That is magic.
Right?
That's some Photoshop magic happening
Removing the
right
background,
there. Real time.
Adjust the
Real time, folks.
Size of that. There will be 2 over here, but nonetheless, boom, let's zoom out and turn on that background layer, and we just make that sort of like layer sandwich.
That's awesome.
Like
and you did that in
cool.
less than a minute. That's amazing.
Super fast, and that's all I need to do.
It looks great.
It does look pretty good. I kind of want to. I'm going to do another tip real fast. Okay, so this is again around sort of like I don't know, tying in the colors is what I want to do. Now I can mess all day long with adding different adjustment layers.
Oh, I've spent hours messing with that stuff.
I know, and I want to go beyond that. I actually want to dive into color lookup tables. Select OK. It's this separate layer it's going to add. I'll just kind of move that to the top.
So non-destructive.
Non-destructive, and you'll have a lot of like film looks, because technically this came from the video world. But it's super cool just allowing me to just kind of pick any one of these. So it's 3-strip look. And really this is one of those things you'll just kind of have to play with.
It gives you a little pop of color.
Yeah, doesn't it? And it kind of ties his skin tone in with the ground.
That's really nice.
And that's something I'd have to manipulate as a designer. But this is an easy way to do things.
So can we get a little drama in there?
Yeah, we can.
Ooh,
that's crisp ones.
pretty a nice one.
Yeah, got some
That's a
contrast. Film stock. Let's futuristic bleak, which just sounds like a horrible idea. Because I'm optimistic. I'm an optimist. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna change it to something else. What about this? This one here?
Orange peel?
Orange.
Orange,
Yeah.
teal orange. Ooh.
Teal orange plus
I'm a
contrast. It
fan.
doesn't matter. Boom. I'm going to stop right there. So much going on.
I know. I'm going to
Yeah.
take this away from you.
Yeah, you can take my
on the
hats off.
non-destructive track, I'm going to show you something else that's pretty cool. So we've got this guy here. He's a little sad. He had a small
He's like,
breakout.
look what I have going on.
Yeah.
First of all, don't draw attention to it. Sorry. Continue.
Now, again, like you said, we could go through and just mess with these all day long. But what's really awesome is I can actually go through and select Camera Raw filter. And this actually takes me into Camera Raw mode. And what I can do is I want to make this pop a little bit more.
Boom.
Awesome, right
look,
away.
I see it adjusted.
I know.
Contrast,
Now, this
shadows.
breakout is not going to stay around forever.
Yeah.
So I think we're safe to get rid of that. You know, I'm all about, you know, making sure you don't Photoshop away all your stuff. But let's get rid of these. Let's get rid of these. Oh, now
boom.
see, it selected the hair, which it could be, you know, that works right now. But if it's not exactly the right place that I want selected, I can actually move that, which is
Yeah.
really cool because if I use the healing brush tool or the spot healing tool,
Yeah.
I make that selection and it's done. It's completely destructive. So let's do a few more edits here. Let's zoom
We'll
in.
zoom in a little bit.
Yeah. All right. Let's get a few more areas right here.
Can always move those.
I know.
Oh,
And it's
it makes
cool.
it easy. Oh, yeah, so there,
see, it
boom.
automatically detected a place where it would be helpful. Now you can see these little white dots shows me exactly where I've edited it. So this looks pretty good. I can turn off the overlay, and let's hit OK.
Boom. So
He's
that
a-
was
he's a
super
much
quick.
happier person.
Yeah, he is. Oh, and like you said,
Yep, super
boop,
non-destructive, so I
right
can
over.
turn it on and off.
Fancy. So
It's really helpful.
Oh, you know what I just remember? Know what I just realized? Like all of the tips that you're learning today are actually all non-destructive, which is awesome.
High
You guys
five.
really- yeah, we're killing it here.
We're all
right,
about
let's move on.
non-destructive.
We'll do some non-destructive. Do our happy little alligator here.
He does not look super happy. He
Yeah,
looks
he's not.
pretty
He's
uncomfortable.
Like, yeah, he doesn't really fit on this bench.
No.
Let's fix it. So we've been dealing with smart objects, which protects the layer. And essentially, I could use liquify to try to make him fit on this bench.
You know, when I do
Yeah.
liquify, I always end up with like a weird sort of like side.
Yeah, I'm like
Side
one eye
cheek.
bigger than the other. Like it's just weird.
It's never a good thing.
And because it's not aware of the structure of the layer. And what I want to do is I want to warp this. I'm going to go down to Puppet Warp. Okay.
Oh, cool. Now, Puppet Warp has actually been around for a while, but I always forget about that
Yeah,
one.
exactly. And actually it came from After Effects. But it gave us this mesh. I'll just add some pins saying, hey, these are just
Cool.
control points that I'm going to pick.
So you're making a little skeleton, basically.
Yeah, little skeleton that I can now like manipulate, kind of move
Oh,
right
it's
in.
so much more comfy.
Yeah, right. It's like, oh yeah, right. This like,
Now, can
love
I
it.
can I turn off the mesh if the mesh is distracting?
Right up here. Just
oh,
kind of
awesome.
turn that off. And you still have that sort of control to make
Man,
sure he fits.
that
in
is
there
one
nice
happy
and-
gator.
I know, he's like, but still that whole neck, that is nuts. I don't
Whoa.
know about that. I'm just gonna hit enter. I can call that done. Of course,
Cool.
I'm gonna just kind of switch to the final because he's even more comfortable, of course, in this one. Because
Oh
all he
my
wants to
gosh.
do is like read the paper, hang out.
It's
you
such
know?
a nice day.
Innocent alligator.
I even like
reading
his
the
little
paper.
scarf. Very
It's
nice.
fashionable as well.
Now,
It's
Paul,
super
we've
cool.
gone through a lot of tips today in a really short amount of time. So I'm going to throw in one more pro feature actually, and this is fairly new feature that is in Photoshop, and this is the Command F. And what I can do is I can actually search for any of the features that we showed off today. So in fact, let's do Puppet Warp because that's the one that we just showed.
Boom, boom.
So I
yeah.
can get my Puppet Warp right there.
Yeah.
But what's even cooler is it actually searches the layers, and so
Oh,
I can
yep.
go down to that layer right here that we just edited. I can hit enter, and
Obviously, it's
well, you turn
already
it off.
selected, but you
But
have to
that
take our
layer
word
would
for
be
it.
selected, which is pretty awesome. So all this stuff is just a few short keystrokes away.
Yeah, so even if you are a pro, it's just an easy way to access features that might seem a little deep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Super cool. And again,
Cool.
this is like, these are just like 5 out of so many that we have.
So many.
Yes, so please tune in next time. Actually, every week. We'd love to see you. Thank you so much for watching. Check us out. More pro tips later, guys.